Welcome back, I'm Tyson. People are saying a full pre-VFX version of Spider-Man. Brand new day is already floating around online for sale, and that's a much bigger deal than a few leaked trailers. Let me back up. Over the last couple days, you've seen 3 different trailers for the movie pop up on Twitter. Each one has a big red X on it. Those are real. Sony keeps taking them down a day or two later, but they keep coming back. Then last night, I woke up to a bunch of DMs. People told me the next step happened. They said a full rough cut version of the film, with unfinished effects, is being sold on the black market. Some accounts also claim the Doomsday trailer is out there too. I spent way too long this morning calling every source I know. Here's the thing. No big trade has confirmed it, not Variety, not Deadline, not The Hollywood Reporter. If any of them had a real source inside the studio, this would be the biggest story in Hollywood right now. It isn't. Here's what makes people believe it. Sony's trailers keep leaking. It happened for No Way Home too. Remember the 4K footage of Andrew Garfield on a blue screen? Someone claimed it was fake. It wasn't. That pattern makes you wonder. Also, every brand new day trailer so far has leaked before the official drop, first in December, then again last week. Now there's talk of a third, and the timing is weird. The real marketing push starts in about a week. But here's the part that doesn't fit. Leaking a whole movie before it hits theaters would cost Sony hundreds of millions, maybe $1 billion. That's not free marketing, that's a disaster. X-Men Origins. Wolverine did that years ago and it hurt the box office badly. Sony knows that. My skepticism comes from 4 things. 1. The story started with random social media accounts, not real scoopers. No Daniel RPK, no Jeff Snyder, just people who saw an opportunity to get clicks. 2. If a full pre-VFX cut was really for sale, the trades would have confirmed it by now. They haven't. That's a loud silence. 3. Sony has used leak hype before to drive conversation. No Way Home became one of the biggest Marvel movies ever, partly because everyone talked about the spoilers. That's free SEO. They know what they're doing. 4. A studio will let a trailer slip. They won't let the whole movie out, that's the line. And I don't think they crossed it. Here's what I think. Sony wants people talking. The leaks keep Spider-Man trending. Every YouTube video, every tweet, every Reddit thread is free attention. That's gold when you spend $150 million on marketing. But a full movie leak? That's different. That kills repeat viewings. It kills opening weekend. Disney and Sony both know that. So until one of the major trades puts their name on it, I'm calling this a rumor. A believable one, sure, but still a rumor. Keep your eyes on Variety and Deadline this week. If they don't pick it up, you have your answer. And don't be surprised if another leak pops up right before the second official trailer drops. That's the pattern. That's the play. Now let me take you deeper, because this story has more layers than most people realize. I'm talking about the history of Sony leaks, the way the scooping economy works, and why you should care about a pre-VFX cut even if it never sees the light of day, so sit back. This is going to take about 15 minutes, and by the end you're going to know more than almost anyone on Twitter. Let's start with the 3 trailers that leaked. Each one is about a minute long. They show Sadie Sink as a telekinetic runaway. People think she's Jean Grey. I think that's probably right. The trailers also show the Hulk, some street level fights, and a quick shot of what looks like the Punisher. None of the effects are finished. The Hulk is just a grey model. The energy blasts look like placeholder sparks. But the sound design is there. The acting is there. And that's what makes these leaks so convincing. They come from inside the post-production pipeline. Now who would have access to that? A few dozen people. VFX vendors in London, Vancouver and Los Angeles. Editors working on temp cuts. Marketing vendors cutting trailer spots. Sony does not hand these out like candy. So if a pre-VFX version of the full movie is really for sale, that means someone inside that small circle broke their NDA. That person would face felony charges. We're talking millions in damages. Prison time. That's why I'm skeptical. Most real leaks come from lower risk sources. A background actor with a phone, a friend of a friend in the art department, a scooper who heard something at a bar, not someone handing over a hard drive of the whole movie. That's a different level of crazy. And yet people believe it because we've seen this movie before. Back in 2009, a work print of X-Men Origins, Wolverine leaked a month before release. It had no sound mix, no color grade and missing effects. People downloaded it by the millions. The studio panicked. The box office still did okay, but it hurt. Executives got fired, security got locked down. Sony remembers that, Disney remembers that. So when I hear that a pre-VFX cut of Brand New Day is out there, my first thought is not, oh cool, it's who would be dumb enough to do that again? And the answer is probably nobody. But let's talk about the source of this rumor. It started late last night on a small Twitter account, maybe 2,000 followers. Then a bigger scooper picked it up, then a fan account, then a news site. By this morning it was everywhere. That's how the scooping economy works. One person says something vague, others repeat it, nobody checks, and then the audience feels like it must be true because so many people are saying it. I've seen this happen 100 times. Last year someone claimed that Tom Holland was secretly filming a cameo for Deadpool 3. It spread everywhere. It wasn't true. The year before, a fake plot leak for the Marvels got picked up by a major outlet. They had to retract it. So I'm not saying this brand new day leak is fake. I'm saying we don't know yet. And anyone who tells you they know for sure is probably selling something. Now here's what we do know. Sony has a very specific pattern with Spider-Man marketing. For No Way Home, the first trailer leaked in low quality. Then the official trailer dropped a week later. Then set photos leaked. Then the Andrew Garfield blue screen footage leaked. Each time Sony waited just long enough to let the buzz build. Then they released something official. They never stopped the leaks entirely because they didn't want to. The leaks kept people talking for 6 straight months. That movie made almost $2 billion. Do the math. How much would you spend to get that much free conversation? 100 million, 200 million. Sony spent zero. They just let the internet do its job. So now we have brand new day. The first trailer leaked in December. The official trailer came out days later. The second trailer leaked last week. The official version dropped right after. And now we are hearing about a full movie leak right before the big marketing push. See the pattern? Every time the conversation starts to slow down, a new leak appears. That's not an accident, that's a strategy. But here's where I separate trailer leaks from movie leaks. A trailer is a commercial. If it leaks, people still go see the movie. In fact, they might go because they're curious. A full movie is different. If the whole thing leaks, a lot of people will just watch it at home for free. That kills the opening weekend, it kills the second weekend, it kills merchandise sales, it kills everything. So Sony would never allow that, not on purpose. And if it happened by accident, they would lock down every vendor and sue everyone in sight. We haven't seen any of that yet. No panic, no emergency statements, just silence. That tells me something. It tells me that the people who actually know what's going on are not worried. Now let me talk about the Doomsday connection. Some of the same accounts claiming the brand new day leak also claim they have the Avengers Doomsday trailer. They say they're going to drop it any day now. I don't buy that for a second. Doomsday is the biggest Marvel movie since Endgame. Disney has that trailer locked down tighter than anything. They learned from No Way Home. They learned from Multiverse of Madness. They have watermarks, fingerprinting and security that tracks every single screener. Could a copy still leak? Maybe. But the same person who has a pre-VFX cut of Brand New Day also has the Doomsday trailer. That's too convenient. That's someone trying to sound important. So here's my advice. Ignore anyone who says they have both. Focus on what's real. What's real is that 3 trailers leaked. What's real is that Sony hasn't stopped them completely. What's real is that the movie is coming out in a few months. Everything else is speculation. And I love speculation. I do it all the time. But I always tell you when I'm guessing. Right now I'm guessing that the full movie leak is fake. I could be wrong. If I am, I'll make a new video and say so. That's the deal I make with you. I do the research so you don't have to. I spend way too many hours on this so you can spend 15 minutes and walk away smarter. That's the whole point. Now let me answer some questions you might be asking. First, why would anyone fake a movie leak? Attention, followers, money from ad revenue, or just the thrill of watching the internet freak out. There are people who do this for fun. They get a dopamine hit every time a big account retweets them. They don't care if it's true. They only care if it spreads. Second, why do big scoopers repeat it if it's fake? Because they're in the attention business too. If they ignore a big rumor and it turns out to be true, they look bad. If they repeat it and it's fake, they just say plans changed or my source was wrong. There's almost no downside. That's not a criticism. That's just how the game works. I play it too. I just try to be honest about what I know and what I don't. Third, should you be worried about spoilers? No. Even if the full movie leaked, you don't have to watch it. You can wait for theaters, you can avoid social media, you have control. And honestly, most leaks don't ruin the experience. I knew the whole plot of No Way Home before I saw it. I still cried when Andrew Garfield caught MJ. Knowing what happens is not the same as feeling it happen. The Russos said that recently. They said their goal is to make a movie so good that even if you know the beats, you still love the ride. I believe that, so don't stress. Let the scoopers scoop. Let the rumor mill spin. Just remember that most of it is noise. The signal is the movie itself. And that movie, from what we've seen in the leaked trailers, looks pretty great. Sadie Sink as Jean Grey. Tom Holland as a more adult Peter Parker. The Hulk throwing punches. The Punisher doing Punisher things. That's a good time. That's worth the price of a ticket. And if a rough cut leaks between now and then, I'll still go opening night. I hope you will too. But let me bring this back to where we started. The rumor about a full pre-VFX cut of Brand New Day is not confirmed. It might be false, it might be exaggerated, it might be a marketing play that got out of hand, but it's also a useful reminder. The internet loves a crisis. We love to think that something huge is happening, that the movie is in danger, that we're getting secret access. Most of the time we are not. Most of the time it's just people talking. And that's okay. Talking is fun. Speculating is is fun, just don't confuse it with news. I'll be watching the trades this week. If Variety or Deadline picks up the story, I'll be back. If they don't, you'll know why. Until then, keep your hype in check, keep your expectations realistic, and never forget that the best part of a movie is watching it for the first time in a dark theater with a crowd that loves it as much as you do. No leak can take that away. What's in the white box on the back of Steve's motorcycle? That's a mystery for another video. I'll see you then.